Okay, guys, it's Friday. Today is the last day of our Lebanon trip. So if you're praying for us, thank you. We need it and we appreciate it. My name is Lina. I'm a doctor. I run a ministry called Living with Power Ministries. We provide biblical resources for everyday life, and we do global medical work in Lebanon with Syrian refugees. And now we've just extended our work with Ukrainian refugees. So we're doing a lot here. But one of the things we do is these daily devotionals called Power Minutes. And it's because they take a minute to read, really. I comment a little before and after, but they're a minute long, and you can get them in a written format at livingwithpower.org/power minute. Today's devotional that I wrote is called Your Happy Place. The verse is Psalm 16:11. It says, "You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there's fullness of joy." Hey, what's your happy place? We all have them. Mine is anywhere the sun is shining and the water is sparkling. Plop me by a beach and you can leave me there for a month. I'm not mad about a hike in the mountain or on a beautiful day or an all-you-can-eat ice cream sundae buffet, but the beach is where I am happiest. Anyone who enjoys buffet is a product of the 80s. We all have our places of joy. We also have people who bring us joy. We can't wait to spend time with certain friends like Sam and covet every minute we get to see them. Sam, by the way, if you missed yesterday's Power Minutes, is my nephew. He's been hanging out at my house. Anyway, for David, it was God who was his happy place and his happy person. From a young age, David had learned to find joy in God's presence. It's how David penned the beautiful poems in the Psalms that bear his name. For David, God's presence was better than life. Hey, are you learning to enjoy God's presence more than anything? Do you long to be with him in uninterrupted times? The more we practice his presence, the sweeter his presence will be. So what are you doing to practice God's presence? That's not meant to be a voodoo sentence. You practice God's presence by being with him, and you're with him by reading his word and praying. That's how we communicate with God. Now, sometimes we can feel God's presence when we go camping or out on a hike or hang out at the beach all day, but really the main instruments that God uses to help us to be in awareness of his presence are his word and prayer. And so I hope that you're spending time in his word. I hope that you have a Bible reading plan. And if you don't, listen, you don't need a big plan. Just open the Bible to one of the Gospels and read about Jesus, and you will get to know God more. And so, hey, if you are looking for ways to grow in your faith, check out all of our resources at livingwithpower.org. If you are on YouVersion, I've got plenty of little studies that I've put on YouVersion. We're on Right Now Media. But we also have a ton of our studies over at our app, at the Living with Power app, or on our website. So I hope you're taking advantage of those things. They're free. Honestly, the majority of what we have is free. I think you have to buy a book. So if you want to look for a book that I've written, you can buy it. Apart from that, most of the things that we have are free. And so really, it's meant just to be an encouragement to you. So I love you guys. I'm grateful you're here. I'm grateful you're alive. Maybe you don't feel that today. Well, I'm grateful you're alive. I'm praying for you, and I will be back with you again Monday. I'll be back in Chicago at that time. We're off Saturday and Sunday, so you can go back and listen to old Power Minutes or old studies we have in the archive of our channel. Have a great day and weekend.